Bell's theorem, which is not a mathematical theorem. Rather, it is a deduction based upon the fact that quantum mechanics violates Bell's inequalities and states no physical theory of local hidden variables can ever reproduce all the predictions of quantum mechanics. Note that Bell's theorem only refers to subquantum theories. It says nothing about quantum mechanics being non-local. Let's read the introduction. The paradox of EPR was advanced as an argument that quantum mechanics could not be a complete theory, but should be supplemented by additional variables, that is, hidden variables. These additional variables were to restore to the theory causality and locality. Now, I think Bell's intentions were abundantly clear. He is talking only about hidden variables and not quantum mechanics. It also seems to me that John Bell disagreed with EPR and thought quantum mechanics a complete subject. In deriving his inequalities and showing that quantum mechanics violated them, he concluded, incorrectly as I will show, that the objective reality of position and momentum that EPR proved requires a hidden variable theory displaying non-local correlations. Since the notion of non-locality is absurd, Bell ruled out hidden variables, and therefore quantum mechanics is complete. We came across quantum weirdness. In Google, it gets 121,000 hits. Read a few. Quantum weirdness arises when a quantum system is enlarged to a macroscopic scale and then measured in a way that would violate the indeterminacy principle. Well, I don't understand that. Non-local behavior, or colloquially as quantum weirdness or spooky action at a distance. So quantum weirdness refers to non-locality or quantum magic. Here there are 527,000 hits for quantum magic. Quantum spookiness, more of the same, 3,210,000 hits. Now, when scientists use words like quantum weirdness, magic, and spookiness to describe nature, then you can only conclude one thing. They do not understand what they're talking about. It is that simple. Let's move on. As I said, Bell's theorem, incorrect as it might be, only refers to subquantum mechanics. However, many attempts have been made to try to extend Bell's theorem to quantum mechanics. Here's one paper by Stapp. Bell's theorem without hidden variables. Read the abstract. Examples motivated by Bell's theorem have led some physicists to conclude that quantum theory is non-local. However, the theoretical basis for such a claim is, and he goes on to say, that Bell's theorem refers to hidden variables and not quantum mechanics, and then he presents a proof to extend quantum mechanics to non-locality. Well, his proof has not lived up to scrutiny. For example, Bill Unruh from UBC has convincingly argued against Stapp. Nonetheless, due to entanglement being considered a property of nature, and in the absence of any reasonable alternative explanation, people continue to believe that Bell's theorem should be extended to quantum mechanics, making it a non-local theory. But quantum mechanics is a local theory, and so too, as we will see, is the subquantum theory that resolves the anomalies found in the EPR data. The next entry is the first part of my talk, where I show that all known data, including the anomalies, can be obtained from a product of two spins correlated by orientation only, with no quantum channels, with no entanglement, with no magic, no weirdness, no spookiness, no tricks. However, if you wish to follow my subquantum theory, you will have to put aside your preconceived ideas of quantum mechanics. You'll have to accept that non-commuting operators have simultaneous reality. The Heisenberg relations do not hold for the subquantum theory. A point particle of a spin 1/2 is not a point particle, but has structure in the subquantum theory. And Bell's theorem is wrong, and that EPR is correct. Most physicists today have been brought up with the idea that Bell is correct and that EPR is wrong. Most scientists I talk to shake their heads and tell me that they cannot understand it. It makes no sense, but the majority also believe that quantum mechanics is the most fundamental theory, and we have to accept its incompleteness as a property of nature. So this is a paradox.